Steel Mills, what's the deal, man? Man, URL app is acting up on my fucking phone, so I just said, you know what, I'm gonna just chop it up with the people, man. So here the fuck I am. But I wanted to get into this this Ryan Garcia scenario, man. And is it coming from a genuine place of hurt, or is it him clout chasing? And my thing is, man, I'm not so sure I can, you know, we can definitively say he's clout chasing, man. Usually when people come to you in the manner that he's coming to us with the, you know, with this, he's tapping out in the fight or whatever the case may be, because, you know, he's fucked up in the head. I don't think that's necessarily clout chasing, especially when he's one of the bigger names in the division already in the sport of boxing. He has a huge following. So for him to pull out of a fight, I don't necessarily think that's clout chasing or wanting some sort of sympathy or whatever. I personally don't see that. We can't treat mental health any differently than physical health. So your mental health needs to be taken just as serious as cancer, AIDS, or lupus, or what? I mean, what else? Any other sort of violent illness that can afflict your body. I don't think mental illness is something that can be taken lighter than that. It has to be taken to in the same manner, because if not treated, you could physically harm yourself. You know what I'm saying? Cutters weren't always once cutters. Not everybody was once suicidal. So when someone is telling you that they're just not, and they're not in the right headspace, that's something that needs to be tended to. And for these people, I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh man, he's using it as an excuse to duck." Duck who exactly? I think Devin Haney is getting a little too much praise. Not because he's not, you know, skillful, but just that they just want to dub. They want to dub everybody a boogeyman who's not necessarily a boogeyman. Like, we haven't seen Devin Haney in any real, you know, any real adversity. We haven't seen it. Lomachenko's ducking Devin Haney, even though he went and you know, and fought a dude, you know, a more dangerous and more accomplished fighter in Teofimo Lopez. Lomachenko's ducking him. Teofimo's ducking him. Even though he's at this point in time dethroned 2 sitting world champions and introduced the world to Nakatani. We know who Nakatani is through Teofimo. You understand? I mean, Ryan Garcia, he just beat a top 10 contender in the division. Devin Haney is about to have his step-up fight. It's made pretty much, so fuck it, this month. I don't think he's a boogeyman. I don't think people are. I do understand that, you know, it's frustrating. I think it is frustrating for him, and they should just be, you know, they should get a fight. They should just run that right, you know, right at the moment. But I can understand somewhat building the fight up. I can understand that, or not even building the fight up. Just make the risk match the reward. Cool, you want to fight? All right, cool. I don't, you know, like I said, we're in a climate in boxing where if you lose, that could be detrimental to your career. So if I'm gonna lose, cool, just let, you know, sweeten the deal. Let the fans and the people know, all right, he lost to him, but let them know who you are, so you're not a nobody, so they can't hang that over my head. So I get that, man. I get that, but I think people are giving Devin Haney just a little too much credit. He's a phenomenal fighter, but I just think at the moment they're just giving him a little bit too much credit. And I don't think Ryan Garcia is ducking. And I think he's, even though they're split down the middle in the amateurs, I think, you know, on a professional level, I don't think Ryan Garcia is. I don't think he's ready for a Devin Haney yet, personally, but I think it would take him a couple more fights under Eddie Reynoso for him to be ready for a Devin Haney. So I think that's smart. I think that's smart, man. Let me polish up a little bit and then I come holler at you. Because nobody will pick Javier Fortuna over at Devin Haney. Uh-oh, the Eagles hunting. Nobody would pick, I don't think anybody would pick Luke Campbell over Devin Haney. So I don't know, man. I don't buy what Ryan is doing, just getting himself a lot more polished before he gets in there with Devin Haney. But as far as his mental health, people just really get beside themselves, and they can't see past the scope of them getting in the ring. You know, you don't know what that man goes through on a mental level when he goes home and takes his shoes off and kicks his feet up and throws his basketball shorts on or his jammies on. You don't know. You ain't got a clue. Because all you want to do is see him in the ring and beat, see him get his brains beat out or beat somebody else's brains out. Because you can't think with him on a basic human level where it's like, damn, homie, all right, homeboy really going through. The sentiment with a lot of you cats is just really just egregious, man. And because these people are, they're in the eye of the public, you think you're entitled to their personal lives. You think you're entitled to that. And in all honesty, you're not. You're not, bro. You don't know what that man is going through on a mental scale, so you have to be sensitive towards that. That man has a kid. And just loved ones that want to just simply be, hey, yo, I'll see him on the holidays. I'll see him on Thanksgiving. I'll see him on Christmas. I'll see him on the 4th of July. You want that. Just his presence being there, you know what I'm saying? If someone's fucked up in the head, they run the risk of harming themselves. Or just shutting everybody out. That's not what they want. You dig? But you bitch ass niggas can't see past that because you just want to see these niggas fight. And that's very selfish. That is extremely selfish. So, if he's fucked up in the head, be sentimental towards that. Give him that space. Alright, cool. Get your mind right. Javier Fortuna can do it, and that was his opponent. And that's a big pay. That's a nice payday for Javier Fortuna. Man, go get your shit right. We can reschedule the fight anytime we want. Go get right. Javier Fortuna can do that, but y'all can't. I just really think that's unfair, man. I don't. Mental health is not something to sneeze at. Like, he be alright. He clouts it. No, someone's admit. The hardest part is admitting you have a problem. That's the hardest part. Now I'm not too sure what the come back in 5 years thing is about. You dig? I don't see how that would. I don't see how that would work. 5 years is a long time. I don't think he'd wait 5 years, but that statement right there is like, bro, all right, bro, like, that's caused the pause. But hey, if that's how he's feeling, that's how he's feeling. I don't think it's necessarily strong. I mean, this is your bread and butter. Even though you'd have other opportunities because of your fan base, but still, this is still your bread and butter. So I'm not too fond of the come back in about 5 years. Like I don't. Come back in 5 years, you've been in, a lot of your growth is gonna happen. We're gonna see you grow exponentially in 5 years. You don't want to wait that late in the game to where no. Now you got to play catch up with Teofimo. Now you got to play catch up with Devin Haney, and these cats have been consistently fighting, and you got to come back to the drawing board and regroup and rebuild. Nah, I don't think that's the move. I don't think that's the move at all. I don't think that's nah. That ain't the move. But that it's your life. But as far as his mental health is concerned, I think people are being real insensitive to that, and I think it's fucked up because y'all want to see the nigga fight. That shit ain't cool. That shit ain't cool at all. If someone is, if someone is crying for help, be sensitive towards that. Be sensitive towards that. It's not ducking just because he's no. I don't see how you can duck somebody that you fought 6 times and beat him half of it. Even on an amateur level. I just, people really, people start really running with this ducking analogy, and it's kind of grotesque. Like, what the fuck is you niggas talking about, bro? You don't duck. Devin Haney was ducked by Lomachenko, but Lomachenko went and fought a harder and more accomplished fighter. That shit just doesn't make sense to me, man. How, you know, a lot of you cats to operate, man. It's just dumb to me. It's really stupid. Oh, now he's, you know, he's ducking. He's ducking Javier Fortuna because he doesn't, you know. That is just remedial. That is just remedial, man. And a lot of you dudes need to be ashamed of yourselves, man. That shit ain't cool. It's not, like, get the fuck out of here, man. It's just not the move, man. So I think a lot of you cats need to be a lot more sensitive to this man's plight and humble yourselves, because that shit is, it's ugly how you dudes act. That's ugly because you want to see a nigga fight. He can't get his mind right. He's like, oh man, he ducking. That's just completely insensitive, man. And you know, niggas is dick mouths for that. That'll never be cool on my behalf. If nigga is fucked up in the head, he fucked up in the head, and you treat it as that. Peace.